Yeah, I really appreciated yesterday after the morning reflection that Sudiko came up to me and was saying that he had a kind of similar experience of like an anxiety dream. I hope he doesn't mind me telling you that, but that he said, in the middle of the dream he just started doing Buddha, and I was thinking, wow, that's actually the proper way to practice. It's really. Yeah, just coming right back to the essentials, keeping the practice really simple. Sort of just recognizing that this is unpleasant, this is dukkha, and just coming back to the present moment. I think the way I was talking about it, changing the narrative, playing around with it, that's more my temperament, my personality of being creative and adventurous. So there's nothing really wrong with that. So it's kind of more like just knowing your own mind. And if we see that something's happening that's negative or unpleasant, if there's an ability in our mind, if we have some sort of foundation, a meditation practice that works for us, going to that. I was reflecting more on the Ajahn Siripanyo's comment about enjoying dukkha. Just sort of. If we can get to a place where we're comfortable actually looking at things that are uncomfortable, that we normally want to get away from, it allows us to see this that much more clearly, what the real situation we're in. And it kind of struck me when we were at the Yosemite trip, and Sudiko's brother-in-law, Edwin, was talking to him, and I knew that there was a huge fire that happened right in their neighborhood. It actually happened 14 miles away, but came right up to their property, and they were fortunate that the fire department used their lawn, their property for staging, so it kept probably their house from burning down. But because the fires came so close, there's just tons of ash and. His voice was really bad. It was like you could tell his throat was really torn up, and his lungs from just breathing all this ash for the last couple of weeks. And they also have not quite yet, a 1-year-old baby, and school started, and he'd been off on sabbatical when the baby came, so he's kind of really starting his job over again. And he just looked at me and goes, it's just change is everywhere. It's like it was so obvious to him. It's because I think it's because he does have a meditation practice, and he, was opening up to, like when you have a new baby in the family, and you do have a job that you have to go to support it, and he did have to be outside in those elements. He wasn't resisting it, wasn't fighting it, and I don't know if he was enjoying it, but he was able to be with it, and. So when he was with it, he was able to see it as, this is uncomfortable, this is everything's changing. It's like not just those situations, but I could tell the way he was talking about it, that he was seeing change in everything. And so I think that's kind of the benefit of this, learning to not be so controlling, trying to make things the way we want them to be, to get away from our uncomfortableness of situations, but to just open up, say, why do I feel uncomfortable with this? What is where do I feel it in the body? Keep coming back to that, noticing, oftentimes it's just expectations or our views or our wanting certainty or wanting to know where we are in relationship to everything else, but that is always changing, and that is dukkha, wanting to control things. Wanting to even know how things should be. So I think it's a fun experiment. How can we learn to enjoy dukkha and see the benefits, see the results of that? So I'll leave that for our reflection this morning.